Hello guys and welcome back to the second episode of the anime tower defense series. So in this video we are going to do data saving, and also maybe we will implement something else, but let's get to the data saving first. So let's just jump right in. So in the last episode we did some stuff. We made a player stats script, but this does not save yet. We also made the unit module with the units and a script for summoning and the unit module itself. So yeah, basically the first thing we are going to do is do data saving, and we can do this very easily with a script and module script called profile service. If you don't know what this is, it's basically a module script that someone created, and it's very easy to add new stuff. It's very easy to use, and it's great for preventing data loss or anything else like that has an issue with any data save. So yeah, we are going to use this module script to make our life a bit easier, and we are going to implement this today. So as always, the script and everything is linked in the description, so make sure you get it there and then implement it into your game. So once you inserted the profile service into your game, you want to head to replicated storage and create a new folder. We are going to name this folder modules to keep it organized. Maybe if you saw my Battleground series, you saw me also making this folder, so I always kind of make this folder. But basically we are going to drag this inside. It has everything you need to know in here, but you don't have to change anything because it's a pretty long script with 2417 lines, so we are not messing with this. But we are creating a few new scripts. So we are creating a module script called data manager. So just data and then capital M and manager, just data manager. And inside the data manager we are going to create two module scripts, one named template and the other one named leader stats, just like this. So then inside these modules we basically do the same thing. So inside the leader stats we will create a function. So function module colon create. Make sure you give this a colon and not a point. And in here we get the player, which is from the type player. So make sure you get the player. And we need the profile. The profile is basically the table of data that is stored in a player, because of course it's called profile service, so it has to do something with profiles. So basically in here we can paste the stats that we already had. So yeah, we can just cut this out of the player stats and paste them in here. And let me check if everything here is good. Yeah, it seems good. Except this value here. We are going to have to change this later for it to work. So yeah, let's just do this when we finished everything else. So I think we are good to go for this already. So let's continue on with the data manager. This is a bit of a longer script, but we can get it. So in the data manager we actually want to name this to data manager. So data manager, just like this, and paste it here. Then we want to do data manager dot profiles is equal to a table, and then data manager dot key is equal to data key. And now we have to define the data key. So let's go up here and do local data key is equal, and you can set this to anything. I'm gonna just set it to underscore data store, but You can change this to like data store 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. But just remember, when you change this, it's going to delete everything in your game. So when players play the game, like when you test the game and you want your data to be resetted to like start again, you are just going to change this. Just like add a1 or add a2 or just add anything. It doesn't matter. Just change it. And this will like reset your data so you can make a fresh start. So yeah, just remember this. But yeah. Then let's get the profile server. So let's do local profile server is equal to, and then we need to require, and then, oh yeah, we also need modules. So local modules is equal to, and then we are going to do server script service, colon wait for child modules. Oh yeah, right. We don't want to drag this into replicated storage. We want to drag it into server script service. I'm sorry. So yeah, please change this. Yeah, now it works. And then what we can do here is require modules colon wait for child profile service. Then we get the template. So local template is equal to require, and then script colon wait for child template. And then we want to get the leader stats. So local leader stats is equal to require, then script colon wait for child leader stats. Just like this. So then let's get the profile store. So local profile store. It's going to be equal to profile server dot get profile store with the data key and the template, just like this. So yeah, then we want to do a function. So local function player edit. This needs the player, which is a player instance. So in here we get the profile. It will be equal to profile store called loads profile async with the player underscore and then the player dot use ID, just like this. And then if profile isn't equal to nil, then profile colon adds user ID and the player dot use ID. Then we do profile colon reconcile. Yeah, reconcile. And then we do profile colon listen to release. And when there is like a release, we connect it to a function and we do data manager dot profiles, index this with the player is equal to nil. And then we do player colon kick, just like this. So then we do if player colon is descendant of players. So this is a service, so you have to define this up here. I got a plugin. I can also link this in the description if you want. Just comment and I will link it. It basically like automatically like adds these services if you need them. It's pretty useful for scripting. But yeah. So if the player is a descendant of players, then you want to do data manager dot profiles, index it with the player. Also, we need to change this to an like profiles. So yeah, we might change this here. So make sure this is profile and not profile. Is equal to profile. And then leader stats colon create player profile. Just like this. And else we want to do profile colon reconcile. No, not reconcile. We want to do release. Sorry. So release. And if profile is equal to nil, then we want to do player colon kick. So, and then we can also warn profile.data, but this is just optional. What this will do is it will print the data of the player whenever we join, so we know it loaded. So I'm gonna just keep this in here. You don't have to like do this too, but I just like it having it like this. So yeah, so player removing is again going to need a player and a player object, and then the local profile is again data manager dot profiles and indexes with the player. And then we want to do warn profile.data. This is again the, like, when we leave, it's going to print the data as well. So if profile isn't equal to nil, then profile colon release, like this. So then we want to do for underscore every player in players colon get players do task.spawn player edits comma player spawn player edits comma player, like this. And then we want to just define two events, so players dot player edits colon connect player edits, and then players dot player removing colon connect player removing, like this. And this should be everything for the data manager. Just make sure you copy everything like I did, so we don't get any errors here. And then let's continue with the template. So inside modules, data manager and template. This is basically the template. So this is where we are going to leave everything for the things we want to define. So if you see in leader stats, there is a yen, and this is a value, but this does not get saved because we need to set this to profile dot data dot yen, and in here we need to do yen is equal to and then the value. So when you want to set something to a value, to a starting value, you always have to define it in here and change its value, and then like do yen here, and also make sure you put the same name here. You could also change this to money, but then you also have to change it to money here. So just making sure this makes sense to you. So, but that's basically it. But if we play it now, you're going to see that nothing happens. And now this is not a bug or a mistake. We just didn't call it yet. Because if you don't know, module scripts only do something when they get called. So the last thing we need to do is we actually need to call the data manager. So local, we just can do require and then script.parent colon wait for child modules colon wait for child data manager. And this is everything. Now when we play, you can see that we have our yen, everything worked. We can go to the output, we can see it printed something here. When we open it, we see that our yen is equal to 200. Now we can add another value, for instance the value local max units. Let me see how long my recording is going so far. Yeah, we can totally add this. So local max units is equal to instance.new, and we want to make this a number value, and we want to put this inside the player because this should not be visible to everyone. So yeah, it's unnecessary putting it inside the leader set. So max units dot name is equal to max units, of course, and then the max units dot value is again equal to profile dot data dot max units. Then we can copy this, go into our template, put it down here, and set it equal to. Now you can set how many units you want the player to be able to have simultaneously. So I'm gonna put this to 5, just like this. And when you remember, in our player there is actually a units folder, and when we roll, it rolls a number and adds a unit into our thing. And of course we want to save this unit, so we can also save it. But firstly, let's add like the maximum thing. So when we do something, so in our summon script in here, we can get the profile. So we firstly want to do local data manager. So local data manager is equal to require JavaScript service wait for child modules wait for child data manager, just like this. And then we can do local profile is equal to data manager dot profiles player. So then we do if profile then, and we put basically everything in here, just like this, and then what we want to do is if profile, or yeah, let's do if player dot units, and we want to do if hashtag player dot units is lower than profile dot data dot max units, then, and then we want to run it. Otherwise, so else, we want to warn player dot name is, let me see, or actually this is just the inventory, so let me change this to like 30 or like 50. So so then we want to do has a full inventory of units, like this. Then we can try this out quickly. So when we press the button, okay, there's a error here. Let me see what's up. Oh, sure. So yeah, I forgot something. So this is a folder where we actually spam this a couple of times. Actually, let me change it to 5 so it's easier for showcasing to you. So now when you change it to 5, it does not change, because you have to go to data manager and change the data store. So I'm gonna change it to 1, and now as you can see, I still have 200 yen, but yeah, now my inventory is full and it did not add a max unit. As you can see, it does not add more units, so this works perfectly. So next we want to save our so let's create a template for this and call this units is equal to a table, just like this. And then we need to define every single unit. So let's do a unit. So you have to put your names here, it's equal to 0. And then the other unit that we have is going to be called Do we even have a second unit? No, we just have the template. So we just have the A unit. That is equal to 0. So you have to put your, like, all your units here and put them to 0. Just like this. And then units, column find first child, units, and then we just want to do continue, like this. And then let's try it out. Unable to assign string expected got nil. Line 25. Oh, of course, we need to add a, not a string value, but actually a number value, sorry. Let's try it again. So then when we see value of type null cannot be converted to a number. Why is this nil though? I don't understand. Let me see. Let me print units quickly. Let me debug this. So print units. Oh, I see. I see. So we can, I think we can just do it like this. Yeah, we can just do it like this. Now this should be, it also prints here. Okay, so count is equal to 0. Thing like this is okay. I think it's okay like this. So let me do this real quick. We still get a 0. Why do we get a 0? I don't know. Because it's 20 we printing units. Okay, just give me a second to fix this. Okay, so I came up with something. We actually don't want to. We just set this to 0 again, and we actually want to do. Yeah, we actually want to do it like this. So yeah, but we want to change this to it like this. I think this is okay. Yeah, just change it like this. Make sure to add all your units here, and then in here we are just going to do we just create a new table. So local units table is equal to a table. And here we basically do the same thing, so we just put this is okay, I think. So let's try. So we actually get the unit in our thing now, and it has the value of 0. So let me try something out real quick. If I set this to 20, and then when I do a new data store, so let me change this to 2, is the value not 20? If yes, then this works fine. Yeah, it works fine, so we can use this. So let's stick to this approach then. So let me change this back to 0, and then let me change the data store to a 3, so we get a fresh new data store. So now we have to save the units. So we want to do if profile.data units unit is higher than 0, then, because this basically gives out how many we have of something. So now when we play, it should not have this in our folder because we don't have this unit. Now what we want to do is we want to go to our summon, and we want to do in the modular choose unit, we also want to leave our profile. And then we want to go to the choose unit, so unit module and choose unit. We also want to get the profile here. And then what we want to do is, oh, it actually returns the chosen unit, so we don't have to do this. So local chosen unit is equal to this, and then we can stop passing the profile, so we can just delete this out here, go back to the unit module and get it out of here. So let me actually see what is getting returned. This is a folder, so chosen units, get rest units. Get rest units is this, and it gets this thing, and then it gets this, and then it uses a unit. So okay, let me just print the chosen unit. So print chosen unit. Let me just see what it prints so we can use this. It prints just the name. This is perfect. But is this actually a table? I don't think so. We can just try this out by doing, no, I don't think so. We just want to do profile of data dot units chosen unit is equal to the same thing plus 1. And we want to do the same thing for the player, so player colon wait for child units colon, and then we want to index it with the chosen unit dot value is equal to, and then we just paste the profile of data units and this thing again. So now when we have this, like when we roll a unit, okay, it doesn't want to add on nil and number. Oh, so I think this is a table. So let me see this again. Chosen unit dot name. Yeah, of course we have to put chosen unit dot name, of course. So go back to the summon and do chosen units dot name everywhere. So like this. Now let's try it out. Index node with name. Okay. Okay. Let me just return chosen unit name here. So let's go back here and delete the dot name everywhere. Then let's try value is not developed member of folder. Oh. Okay, so I think I wrote something wrong here. Oh yeah, because this is not a folder, of course. String value in player colon wait for child units colon get children do if string value dot name is equal to chosen unit, then and then we want to do this here, and after this we want to break. Okay, let me. Two folders, so we actually want to have the units, and then we want to have units or unit values like this, and then we want to do it like this. Like this. And then we want to do for underscore every string value in unit values colon get children do if, then we want to do replicated storage, or actually this is so subscript service colon wait partiality unit module colon wait partiality units, and index this with the string value dot name. So which you want to put a find first child here, so colon find first child, and then string value dot name. Then we want to do local unit clone is equal to, and then we want to copy this We want to do local unit count is equal to data dot units and then string value dot name, like this. So, and then we want to do for I is equal to 1 comma unit counts do. Then yeah, we just paste this in here and this should perfectly work. And now we should have like 3 of them in our units, and as you can see there is now 3 of them. Now when we roll something, values of a, oh yeah, of course. So let me change this. So let's go back here, let's go back to the summon. We want to do player dot unit values, like this. Unit values, now when we roll something, chosen a units, and you can see there's now 5, and there's also 5 here. Now when we leave, you can see that units, the a unit is equal to 5. When you play it again, you can see we have 5 times the a unit in our player. So I think this was it for this episode. Let me know what you want to see next. Also, let me know if you want my like the plugin linked in the description. And yeah, the next episode is going to be from the Battlegrounds game again. And after this, there's going to be the 3rd episode of this year. So yeah, let me know what you want to see, and see you in the next video.